Hi, I'm CJ. Welcome to Sparrow Clubs. Sparrow Clubs is kids helping kids in medical need. And what we do is we find a kid in need, medically speaking. We challenge a local school to adopt that child. We find a business sponsor that wants to get involved, and then challenge that school to put in community service hours to earn money to put back towards their sparrow. You're about to hear the story of Damien, a 325-pound 7th grader who became a hero. He showed us that even the most unlikely of people can change the world.
The day our son Michael was born, I received a call at the hospital, and it was to take a new teaching job across the state of Washington. We got our family moved over fine, and about 6 months later, after we made the move, we had some devastating news. Our baby Michael was dying of leukemia.
You know, here was this little baby boy, this little sweet little guy. He was going to need this bone marrow transplant, and it was devastating for our family.
The first thing we had to do was find a donor for Michael, and after about a week, we found out my daughter Amy, who was 6 years old, was a perfect match. That was great news, except a week later, we got a phone call from our insurance company, and they said, "We won't pay anything for your son's bone marrow transplant." We had a 1-year waiting period for transplant benefits, but we found out in May we couldn't wait any longer. And we received the news that we needed $175,000 cash to get Michael admitted for his transplant. I was a teacher, so we didn't have that kind of money. Damien got transferred into my class halfway through the year. Damien was an interesting kid. He was real big, weighed about 325 pounds, 7th grader. When he got transferred into my class, we developed a special bond. I realized Damien was a gifted kid. Didn't have great grades. Outwardly, I mean, he wasn't athletic, he was oversized. Kids made fun of him, but I'll tell you what, this kid had the heart of a giant. Damien heard about my son Michael. I get a phone call Friday afternoon, May 15th. It's Damien's mom. She calls me and says, "Mr. Leland, my son Damien wants me to take him to the bank, take out all his money, and give it to you for your little boy." And I refused. 15 minutes later, in walks Damien with his mom. He walks over to me and he says, "Mr. Leland, you're my partner. If your little boy's in trouble, I want to help you out." Sticks out his hand. He has 12 $5 bills all rolled up. $60 that, you know, Damien didn't have to give. And he saw the plight of my son, Michael, and he sold the farm. He gave everything he had to save my son. Damien's gift started something really big. These other kids at school heard about what had happened for Michael, and they also wanted to help. And so they started doing donation boxes, and kids were bringing their own money to school, helping Michael. Other schools heard about it. They started a media committee. Pretty soon the newspaper wrote an article on Michael, then the TV got involved. In less than 4 weeks, these kids helped raise over $227,000. After all the money came in for Michael, we had enough to pay for his transplant that saved his life. When Michael's life was saved, that was a miracle, but the real miracle was just beginning. As a result of what kids did for us, we decided to start an organization called Sparrow Clubs. What Sparrow Clubs is just like kids raise money for Michael, we can turn around and help other students and schools raise money for kids in their community. Through Sparrow Clubs now, thousands of kids have been involved in helping other children in medical need, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars. So really what truly started as just one small gift by a kid who never knew he'd be a hero has spread through thousands of kids' lives through Sparrow Clubs.
I didn't know about the Sparrow Club at all until my best friend was diagnosed with cancer. The school was getting really involved, and I felt that I wanted to do something to make a difference for her.
You know, she came home and said, "You've been chosen as this sparrow," and she kind of told me a little bit about it, and I just thought it was the coolest thing, you know, to have people go out there and do all this stuff to raise this money for me, even people I didn't know. But it was just everybody gathering around. That was really cool.
When their peers can come in and step in and be the person or the people for her, that has been amazing. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, because I don't think that Kelly could have made it through it without that kind of support.
I think it's very awesome that it started by one person, and that one person made a choice to help another one. And it's so spread out now, and so many people have started doing it that it has just so much power.
10 years ago, when Damien made that decision to give his savings up, he had no idea what kind of effect he would have to this day. And in our family and so many other families that have received help from these children.
Well, there's a sad chapter to this story, especially to our family. Damien, a couple of years ago, was struck with a sudden illness, and he was battling in the hospital for 2 days, and we lost him. Damien's gift lives on in our family. Michael's now 10 years old, and he's alive today, and he's helping other kids through Sparrow Club in his school.
If I could say one thing to Damien today, I'd say thank you, because if you didn't give that, then I probably wouldn't be here today. And I'm really thankful for what he did.
If Damien were here, I would love to thank him for what he started. It was a gift that he has no idea he's given to so many people. The one little thing that he did is the most amazing thing. I wish I could say thank you to him.
You may not know when it is, but that one choice that you make can make a difference in many people's lives.
Damien taught us something very important, that it doesn't matter if you're popular, it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money or athleticism or whatever. It matters what you have on the inside. Damien had the power to make the difference because he made a good choice. To our family, Damien will always be a hero.
Thanks for taking the time to learn more about Sparrow Clubs. If you'd like some more information, or if you'd like someone to contact you, please log on to our website at www.sparrowclubs.org. We'd love to share with you how you can help kids find their wings.